Bonsoir mes chers amis et bienvenue à cet nouvel épisode de Franglish présenté par EduCreator. Hello everyone and welcome. Today guys we are going to learn how to conjugate verbs ending in ER, IR into le futur simple. Cette vidéo en trois parties. La première partie, c'est la définition et l'utilisation. La deuxième partie, c'est la conjugaison. Et la troisième partie, c'est les cas particuliers. Avant de commencer, n'oubliez pas de vous abonner à ma chaîne. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to watch more videos related to learning and teaching French, ESL, and immigration support. Now, let's begin. Let's begin with the first part of this video, which is la définition et l'utilisation. Le futur simple is the will future tense in English. So, le futur simple est utilisé pour exprimer des intentions dans le futur, future intentions or future actions. Il est aussi utilisé pour exprimer des suppositions et des prédictions dans le futur. Et aussi le conditionnel, which is in English the if sentences. The second part of the video now is conjugaison. How do we conjugate ER, IR verbs into le futur simple? We need to apply a rule also for these. The rule for these verbs says we need to have three parts to conjugate these verbs. Part 1 is the subject or the personal pronoun. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle plural. Part 2 is the verb at the infinitive form, le verbe à l'infinitif. That means the verb with the ER and with the IR. Okay? So in present tense, if you remember, I told you that to conjugate ER verbs and IR verbs into present, you need to remove the ER and IR and replace them by the endings. But for this tense, le futur simple, you keep the ER and IR, then you add the ending. So we do not remove the ER and IR like we did for the present tense, okay? Pour le futur simple, we need to keep the mark of the infinitive. So we will need to keep the verb as it is. We do not change it. Then we add the endings. For ER verbs, we will use le verb parler, which means to talk or to speak. And for IR verbs, we will use le verb finir, that means to finish. Let's go to the last part now, which is the ending. Here, like you know, each personal pronoun takes a specific ending. For je, you put AI. For tu, AS. For il, elle, you put A. Nous, you put ONS. Vous, you put EZ. And the last one, il, elle, plural, you put ONT. It's not ENT, it's ONT. I will repeat them quickly in English. For je, it's going to be AI, tu, AS, il, elle, A, nous, ONS, vous, easy, and il, elle, plural. It's not like present like I told you. You do not put ENT at the end. It's going to be ONT, ONT. Let's go to pronunciation now. We have only three different pronunciations for the entire verb. We will use le verbe parler. So for je and vous, they pronounced parlerai. For tu, il, elle, they pronounced parlera. For nous, il, elle, plural, they pronounced parleront. So for je, AI is pronounced A. And like I already told you, easy at the end is also pronounced A. So you say, je parlerai, vous parlerez. For tu, the S is silent, and il, elle, they already have an A, there is nothing in there, so that's the only sound that you need to pronounce. So you say, tu parleras, il parlera, elle parlera. And for the last pronunciation, we have nous and in an S. The S is always silent at the end. You say parleront. And il, elle, plural, they end in ONT. The T is also silent. You say parleront. So you will say nous parlerons, ils parleront, elles parleront. I will read the verb now, guys, and I will leave a gap of 2 or 3 seconds so you can follow with me. Je parlerai. Tu parleras. Il parlera. Elle parlera. Nous parlerons. Vous parlerez. Ils parleront. Elles parleront. We will go to the last part of the video now, which is les cas particuliers. Okay, here we will talk about the exceptions for some verbs and this tense. Exception number 1, you all know it, is if the verb starts with a vowel or a mute H. Instead of putting je, you will put J apostrophe. Okay, so you say for aimer, you say j'aimerai. Habiter, you say j'habiterai. So instead of putting je, you will put J apostrophe. Case 2 is a short E in a stem will receive an accent grave. Example, peser, you say je pèserai. Exception number 3 now, some verbs double the consonants. Like jeter, you will say je jetterai. Case number 4, some verbs ending in RIR, you will need to remove the I between those two R's, okay? Like courir, you will say je courrai. And the last exception, exception number 4, we have verbs ending in YER. Here we convert the Y into I. Like employer, you say j'employerai. And verbs ending in A, YER, these verbs will accept both Y and I. That means both Y and I can be used. For example, payer, you can say je paierai with Y, or you can say je paierai with an I. Before I close the video, guys, I just want to talk about the negative form. The rule says for the negative form, you just need to put the verb between ne and pas. For example, you say je parlerai, je ne parlerai pas. And for verbs starting with a vowel or a mute H, you put the verb between an apostrophe and pas. So you will say j'aimerais, je n'aimerais pas. J'agirai, je n'agirai pas. C'est bon pour aujourd'hui. That's it for today. I hope you liked the video. N'oubliez pas de vous abonner à ma chaîne pour voir plus de vidéos. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Merci de suivre avec nous. Au revoir et à la prochaine.